with two suspects ditching a vehicle to go on foot, a guy pulling out a gun during a traffic stop, and a guy ramming into a police car saying he did it because he hates cops. I am John Talks Cars, and we have the most chaotic police chases ever recorded.
Out of the vehicle, now running for it. There comes
After stealing a car, two suspects are seen running away, but they make a decision to go back to the car that they just stole to potentially outrun the cops, and it doesn't take long for the officers to be right behind them, initiating the chase.
sheriffs. Yeah, CHP right behind him here. We're going to forget about that one passenger, but we now know of the driver and at least one other passenger. These were young men that jumped out of that vehicle, and now the pursuit continues through the Santa Clarita Valley. Guys, this is very, very dangerous.
Yeah,
Extremely dangerous.
Right, considered armed, all three of them. So that's a very dangerous situation there. And just the way he's driving through these.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my goodness.
Wrong way.
Oh, into oncoming
Wrong
lanes
way.
of traffic, going the wrong way now. Jumped that
boy.
median, and he is continuing the wrong way on Valencia Boulevard, approaching Railroad Avenue. Look at this, continuing with LAP. Look at this. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness.
That was close.
A near head-on collision. Very, very close. A very close call there. One of several that we've seen here. At least he's going the right way now, but showing no signs of slowing down.
Not at all.
And I think about that guy who jumped out of the vehicle, and then now he jumped back in the vehicle, and how did he change his destiny
Right.
when it comes to how this thing is going to play out? It's so dangerous the way they're driving right now. If they're insistent on continuing this is not going to end in a good way. It's going to be a tragedy.
Yeah, I think he saw an opportunity to drop his buddies off, and then the one kid saw the cop pulling up behind him, and he figured, let me just get back in the vehicle. That's what it seems like happened there, but they have no chance of getting away after this. I mean, this is absolutely a dangerous pursuit that law enforcement just can't let this go. This has to come to a stop immediately. So you're going to see this entire area flooded with black and whites here within the next few minutes as he continues now through this parking lot and now coming back out the other side, back onto Valencia Boulevard, he's going eastbound on Soledad, and now making a left turn into what appears to be an apartment complex or a condominium, a U-turn through the entrance there. Now he's going in circles. He's really toying with this officer here, just doing a circle around this group of cars, and he's into this apartment complex now, which I think leads him to a dead end. We'll widen out just a second and see.
After going 140 miles per hour to attempt to escape the police, they end up getting caught in a dead end where they must make a decision fast to ensure that they do not get caught.
HP officer, he's going for a run. They're both jumping out. Driver and passenger jumping out of the vehicle, running through this apartment complex. Unfortunately, only that one officer that we saw here. Not sure if they're familiar with this complex, if they live in this area, no idea. But in any event, they're running through here on private property, waiting for more deputies to arrive on scene. I'm not sure that one CHP cruiser is going to be able to catch up with them here, but they are continuing to race through these condos here in Santa Clarita. We'll see where this takes them.
All right. Sorry, go ahead, Giovanna.
Just Chris Christie. This is Giovanna Lotta, and alongside Mark Brown. We're joining you now. And what a wild pursuit. These guys are driving or have been driving so dangerously, and now we are looking at them running through this complex, putting the people who live here likely in danger.
That's right. Trying to get the name of this apartment complex one more time. But the good news is that LAPD still has their airship overhead. He's able to call out the location and get those officers, even though this is a mutual aid situation. They're going to get the LA County Sheriff's Department involved here as they scale these fences, jumping through backyards, zigzagging their way through this apartment complex. Look at this, hiding in the bushes now, looking for any nook or cranny to hide out, thinking they might be able to get away with this. These are two suspects of three. One suspect jumping out of the vehicle, the moving vehicle, earlier in the pursuit, and now these two looking for a hiding spot. But they have just way too many eyes on them at this point, guys.
Yeah, you know, if we can see them, we know the sheriffs can see them, and the LAPD can see them, at least from their airship. They're not getting away. Can you give me some a sense of the location here? We know it's Santa Clarita, and it's a volatile situation. Here's the problem. If you live in this area, they've gone through backyards, and they're going to look to see if there's any open or unlocked doors.
Open
if you
doors,
live here,
yep.
Lock your doors immediately. Lock your doors just as soon as you can. There are two people armed, possibly armed, thought to have been armed who are now running around in your neighborhood, going through backyards.
After 2 more minutes of hiding, the teens find themselves into a community swimming pool where innocent civilians are swimming in peace. But little did they know that in a couple of seconds they would be arrested.
To remind you, these two are believed to be armed. As they run through here, they're believed to be armed Grand Theft Auto suspects that now pose
and now
a
they're
danger
surrendering
to this community, but apparently they see law enforcement within their line of sight here. There's the officers with their guns drawn approaching the suspects. Thankfully, appears they're finally giving up.
One LAPD, one LA County Sheriff. The people in the pool, there was a looked like a little girl getting a swimming lesson out there.
Yes, it did appear that way.
They've all cleared the pool. They're out. Everybody's out of harm's way. The little kid being hustled away. Everybody leaving. So they are out of harm's way. No shots have been fired. Those suspects proned out. Now following the orders of the 2 law enforcement officers from 2 different agencies who have managed to stop them. And we're going to try to get the cross street or that bike path that's nearby. There's a wash that runs back behind it.
Yes, Kurt just came in here and he said he's very familiar with Santa Clarita and told us that is a bike path that runs along the wash there. But
police finally cornered them in an alleyway, finally apprehending them, and they are now put behind bars. But that chase doesn't even compare to the next one in the slightest. On May 18th, 2024, the suspects hop out of a car and begins to approach an alleyway behind a local business. As shown in the video, a gun is visible on the hip. The suspect approaches a victim who is off camera, has a short conversation, then shoots the victim once. He then calmly walks back to his car, gets in, and drives off. Shortly after, the victim walks out of the alleyway with a visible gunshot wound to his left shoulder. The victim soon went to a hospital for treatment. A day later, the officers were tipped on the suspect's location, and this officer decided to perform a traffic stop on the Nissan Altima with the matching license plate, as the shooter had the exact same car a day before.
Traffic that vehicle, Burton, Edgewood. That advisor said we're going to be going south on Edgewood from Burton. Hey, MCN!
And the officer tries to return fire to the suspect, but he ends up getting led on a high-risk, high-speed chase.
Southbound on Edgewood. Southbound on Edgewood. I may be hit. Stand by. We'll be going westbound on Berry, south on Hatcher. South on Hatcher. South on Hatcher still. Stand by. Coming up to South Edgewood from Wyman. Westbound on Eastland. Westbound Eastland. Subject is armed. Subject is armed. Shots were fired. I need units to get to me. My unit has been hit.
The officer that performed the traffic stop to the suspect had damage to his car and himself, preventing him from proceeding with the chase. But luckily, other officers were around while he was able to get his wounds treated, which didn't happen from any gunshot wound, but instead the broken glass that had shattered when the suspect shot at him. The police were able to find the person's vehicle located at a nearby residence. An attack team was called to enter the property to locate and arrest him. And if you think that ending is crazy, the next clip shows one of the most confusing traffic stops I've ever seen. The officer performs a traffic stop on this white Nissan and everything looks normal, but when he walks out to approach the car, something unexpected and quite interesting happens.
Shit! Fairview 187. My vehicle's just been hit. Start an ambulance.
Hey, what happened?
You tell me.
I need a new car.
Somebody ran into me, pushed my vehicle into the other vehicle. Start an ambulance. Need a supervisor. Here, come over here, buddy. Get out of the road. Here, have a seat real quick. Have a seat. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
What happened, dude?
I don't know, man. I've been drinking.
You been drinking?
Yeah, I've been drinking.
Okay.
And I took some weed pills.
Some weed
Fucked
pills?
up. Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else in the car?
Nah, it's just me.
187. Start a trooper. Here, just sit down, man. Just sit down.
All right.
Driver tells me he's been drinking and took some weed pills.
Here, let me get
No,
my
no,
phone.
no. Sit down, sit down.
Okay.
I don't want you to get hit, okay? Hey, you guys all right up in there? All right, just hang tight, okay?
Can I stand up? My head's getting like...
Just sit down, man. You just in a bad accident. I don't want you to get hurt, okay? You wandering around out in that traffic, somebody gonna hit you.
Somebody gonna hit me. I got insurance. It ain't gonna cover that, though.
Well, I don't know, but that's not what we're concerned about right now. We're concerned about everybody's okay, all right?
All right. I did that on purpose, sir.
What, you hit me on purpose?
Yeah, I did.
Why is that?
I'm bored.
You bored?
I'm bored.
You ran in the back of me on purpose?
Yep.
Why is that?
I hate cops, man.
Yeah? All right. We got an ambulance coming, okay?
The two people in the white Nissan were not injured and were giving a warning for their expired license plate that they were originally stopped for. Yet the other driver, who was a 28-year-old, was charged with criminal damage to government property and 3 counts of aggravated battery. And if you like this video, you'll like this one on the screen right now.